You've seen those bottles everywhere. Bold labels, big promises, high mileage. They whisper hope to anyone driving an older car. Stop leaks, reduce burning, bring your engine back to life. And if you've ever stood in an auto parts aisle staring at those bottles, wondering if this is the upgrade your car needs, you're not alone. But here's the uncomfortable truth most people never hear. For a huge number of drivers, high mileage oil doesn't save engines, it slowly hurts them. In fact, when a large real-world comparison was done across dozens of engines, many high-mileage oils showed higher heat, more wear metals, and slower lubrication than standard full synthetics when used in the wrong situation. The very oil meant to protect aging engines was quietly accelerating their decline. So today, we're cutting through the marketing, the fear, and the myths. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether high-mileage oil is a smart move for your car or an expensive mistake that 90% of drivers make without realizing it. Let's start with what high-mileage oil actually is, not what the bottle wants you to believe. There are three core differences compared to regular synthetic. First, seal conditioners, chemicals designed to swell rubber seals to reduce leaks. Second, thicker base oils, often heavier than what modern engines were designed for. Third, stronger detergents meant to clean out sludge that builds up over time. On paper, it sounds perfect for older engines. In reality, each of these features can backfire hard depending on your engine, your climate, and your driving habits. Take seal conditioners. When seals are old, dry, and already leaking, these additives can help them swell slightly and slow seepage. But if your engine isn't leaking yet, those same chemicals can over-soften healthy seals. Over time, that softness turns into weakness. Lab testing has shown measurable losses in seal strength after just a few thousand miles of exposure to aggressive conditioner blends. That's why experienced mechanics repeat the same warning. If your engine is dry, don't fix what isn't broken. High-mileage oil can turn a healthy seal into a future leak. Now, viscosity. This is where many people get fooled. Thicker oil feels safer. More pressure must mean more protection, right? Not exactly. Most modern engines are engineered for thinner oils because they flow faster at startup, and startup is when the majority of engine wear happens. Heavier oils take longer to reach critical components, especially in cooler weather. In comparative testing, engines running thicker high-mileage blends showed higher oil pressure, but also higher bearing temperatures and slower startup lubrication. Think of it like circulation in the human body. High blood pressure doesn't mean better health. Then there are the detergents. Yes, high-mileage oils clean more aggressively, and yes, that can be helpful, but only in very specific situations. In engines with years of sludge buildup, suddenly dissolving deposits can break loose large chunks of carbon. Those chunks don't disappear, they clog oil passages, restrict pickup screens, and starve bearings. That's why veteran technicians warn against shock cleaning old engines. Gradual cleanliness from consistent oil changes beats chemical warfare every time. So what happens when all of this is tested in the real world? When engines are run, driven, heated, cooled, and stressed like actual cars? In a broad comparison across engines ranging from just over 100,000 miles to nearly 300,000, half using standard full synthetic and half using high-mileage blends, the early results looked promising. Less oil burn, smoother idle, fewer visible leaks. But after extended use, a different story emerged. Wear metals climbed higher. Cold start lubrication suffered, heat increased. High-mileage oil worked like a bandage. It covered symptoms without solving the problem underneath. And that brings us to the real reason high-mileage oil sells so well: psychology. It doesn't sell lubrication, it sells reassurance. The label says protects aging engines. The ads show older cars driving happily into the sunset. It feels responsible. It feels safe. Oil companies know exactly what fear looks like, and they package comfort in a bottle. But no oil, none, can reverse metal wear, rebuild piston rings, or heal cracked gaskets. Those are mechanical realities, not chemical ones. If you're changing oil because your car is old, that's fine. If you're changing oil because your car has problems, you're treating symptoms, not causes. Even industry insiders are clear about this. Lubrication specialists consistently describe high-mileage oil as a niche tool, not a universal upgrade. Master technicians see leaks appear shortly after unnecessary switches. Internal manufacturer guidance states clearly that these formulations are designed for engines with measurable oil loss or minor seepage, not as preventative maintenance. High-mileage oil is a reaction, not protection. So how do you know if your car actually needs it? Here's the honest filter. If your car is over 100,000 miles and you're seeing small oil loss between changes or light seepage, not puddles, not smoke, that's when high mileage oil can help. If your engine is clean, dry, quiet, and runs well, switching can do more harm than good. If you live in a cold climate, heavier blends are especially risky. In those cases, a quality full synthetic in the manufacturer recommended viscosity is almost always the safer choice. To be fair, high mileage oil isn't useless. It was created for a reason, and in the right scenario, it genuinely helps. Engines with minor oil loss often see reduced consumption because softened seals can slow leakage. Older engines that develop ticking lifters or slight compression loss might quiet down thanks to friction modifiers like molybdenum and zinc compounds. In hot climates, slightly thicker oils can maintain a stronger film under sustained heat. But notice the pattern. These benefits are temporary. They manage symptoms. Once the oil is drained, the effects disappear. Nothing is being repaired. Now let's flip the coin. When does regular full synthetic beat high mileage oil every single time? If your car is modern, under roughly 120,000 miles, built with tight tolerances, or uses turbocharging, high mileage oil is usually the wrong move. Thicker oil flows slower through narrow passages. Modern seals don't need swelling agents and can degrade faster with them. And top-tier synthetics already contain advanced additive packages designed to protect engines far better than most high-mileage blends. In many cases, you're paying more for an oil that protects less. One of the biggest myths still floating around is that high-mileage oil restores power. It doesn't. It can temporarily mask compression loss by sealing microgaps, but the underlying wear remains. It's the illusion of improvement, not actual recovery. Like painting over rust, it looks better, but the damage keeps spreading underneath. When long-term engine data is examined, oil consumption, metal wear, seal condition, cold start behavior, fuel economy, the pattern becomes clear. High-mileage oil can reduce burning in worn engines, but often at the cost of increased wear and reduced efficiency. Standard full synthetic delivers more consistent protection over time. Even automakers are blunt about this. Honda, Toyota, Ford, they all advise sticking with the viscosity specified in the owner's manual regardless of mileage. The people who designed your engine are telling you something important. So here's the real takeaway. High-mileage oil isn't magic. It's not evil either. It's a specialized tool meant for a narrow window of engine life. Used correctly, it can buy time. Used blindly, it can quietly shorten your engine's future. The smartest move isn't chasing labels or fear-based marketing. It's understanding what your engine actually needs and giving it exactly that. If this video saved you from making a costly mistake, hit like. If you want more brutally honest car advice that cuts through myths and marketing, subscribe. And before you grab that bottle on your next oil change, ask yourself one question. Am I fixing a real problem or just buying comfort?